All praise be to the Most High. I hope that you all are blessed and having a blessed day. I wanted to just do a quick little video real quick. You understand what I'm saying? To help some of you brothers and sisters out. Forgive me. I am getting ready to go be an adult, i.e. do nothing all day. As it pertains to my sisters, the first thing I want to tell you all is this. When you are in the season that you are in, right? And I love my melanated women, black women especially. Like, if you know me, you know I love black women. My mother's a black woman. My sisters are black. My father was with black women, right? I grew up around nothing but beautiful, educated black women. So I have an affinity. I have a soft spot, so to speak, for my women. You understand? I'm gonna help y'all out, because many of you all have been led, oh my goodness gracious, right off a cliff. The disciples talking about something, but master, he said, hey, leave them, because if the blind leadeth the blind, surely they all go off a cliff. And I don't want you all going off a cliff, right? Many of you all, many of us, as men as well, I'm going to get to us too, brothers, but for the start, for sisters, many of you all have been led off a cliff by other women. I don't even want to call them women. Y'all been led off a cliff by bitter females. And they disguise themselves as teachers. They disguise themselves as friends. They disguise themselves as pastors. They disguise themselves as a lot of things. Right? They say that they come in to help y'all, but in the reality of the situation is they have done nothing but make your life more difficult. They got y'all out here hot girl summering. They have y'all out here listening to ungodly music, entertaining foolishness. Look at some of these celebrities that y'all give y'all energy to, right? Because what you give your attention to, black woman, is what you become. I know that's probably going to be like, what you mean? If I watch pornography all the time, I'm going to become a porn addict. I'm going to become hypersexual. God forbid, I rebuke that on myself. I'm not speaking that on myself. If I read philosophy all the time, I become a philosopher. If I practice mathematics, I become a mathematician. If I practice not philosophy, but physics, I become a physicist. If I practice medicine, I become a medical practitioner. If I practice martial arts, I become a martial arts practitioner. Do you see where I'm going with this? So if I go to the club frequently, I drink frequently, I have sex frequently outside of the covenant of marriage, then guess what I become? I become a whore and an idolater. An idol. Anything can be an idol. So we have to be very mindful. The United States is so slick with it, they had a show called American Idol. Think about that. It be so in our face, we don't even pay attention to it. And they like to get the sisters because, sisters and males, and I say males to mean a male who has not become a man yet, and sisters who are, young sisters, young females who are on the verge of becoming women, right? Many of you all, they get y'all through y'all emotions, and they get the male through sex. So if you notice an individual who always lusting after a woman, them type of brothers, easy to manipulate. Very easy. All you got to do is put some sex in front of them. Even these people, brothers who are married, you with this woman because of the flesh. y'all don't like each other. If the sex stopped, the marriage would end, and you be trying to file for divorce. My sisters, some of these females who, especially the ones who masquerade as pastors, they don't tell you all the truth. They don't tell y'all that y'all need to sit down and be celibate. You want a husband, but you don't go look for a husband. I want a wife, but I cannot go look for a wife. Why? Because when you start to go look, you start to look with these eyes and not this one. Not these eyes. You don't look with these eyes. You look with this one. You look with the spiritual eyes. And many of us don't yet have the eyes to see, and they're not teaching you all how to have the eyes to see. Did Ruth go look for Boaz, or did Boaz just so happen to be doing what he was on and stumbled across her? Isaac didn't go look for Rebecca. She was got for him, brought to him. He was minding his business, like, dang, what's up with Shawty? Like, what type of time? She was like, oh, who was that in the field? He's like, yeah, that's my man. That's my man I was telling you about. She was like, oh, okay. Type time. Adam was chilling in the garden. He wasn't even thinking. He was like, man, I don't even know what I would name that one. That one got a beak, and it got what is that? What we even call that? I'm gonna call it a platypus. Then he KO, fell asleep, woke up like, where should come from? Hey, yo, what type of guy was like, yeah, my boy, I knew you. Look, look, my boy, I got you. He's like, yeah. Type time, like, yeah. He's like, hey, I'm gonna call you bone of my bone, shawty. I'm gonna call you flesh of my flesh. You done came from me, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we kind of like married or something like that. I think that's what we gonna call. No, but listen. You don't go look for a wife or a husband. You go look for God, and he's going to put you in a place, right? Esther didn't go look for King Ahasuerus. Esther was a slave. First off, when it's slave, it's a different connotation. But she was in the right place at the right time, and she had God with her. Likewise for you sisters, that's how you need to be. How you get closer to God is sanctifying your vessel so that God can see you, right? Learn how to fast. Learn how to pray. I told her sister, when you learn how to fast, it's like God is walking through a garden, and there are thousands of people, millions of people in this garden. And when you fast, you cleanse your vessel off, you stop being covered in dirt, and you just are radiating white. And so now you got God's attention. And as you continue to fast and pray, he is drawing closer to you. So you whispering what you want. And it's like as you sitting down praying and fasting, he leans over and listens to what you asking for. That's how we got to be as a people. Esther, the queen, big Queen Esther, 3 days, no food, no water. She had all of the people fasting because of her uncle Mordecai and trying to make supplication for the Jews, for our people, for the Israelites. Big tribe of Benjamin out there, but we big Jude on this thing, right? So that's how my sisters, that's how y'all need to be. Like Queen Esther, she is a perfect example. Queen Esther from Benjamin, which is, I believe they say that the Benjamites are like the Haitians, the Dominicans, right? The people from the West Indies, right? So it's important that we be mindful of these things. And I want all of my sisters to have husbands because the times is getting difficult, right? And I'm tired of seeing my black women unprotected. But that means, black women, that y'all are going to have to be what y'all have been. And that's wise. But you're not going to just be wise. You can't just be wise. You have to be confident. Like Queen Esther, she was confident when she was like, well, you know, it's not the time to, the king has to call me and I can't just go up to him. But she went out there anyway. And he was like, hey, what's up? And she was like, oh, I just want to talk real quick. He was like, okay, cool, what's up? You have to be confident. You have to be confident in your walk with God, which means if you want to get confident in your walk with God, you have to first know God. You have to have conversations with God, not only asking God when you need stuff, but how you would talk to your homegirl, talk to God like, yeah, God, I'm having a good day today. Thank you. Right? We treat God like God is somebody. Imagine this. Imagine if you only hit somebody up when you needed something. Is that the type of relationship you want to have with God? Like I told a sister this the other day, like, is that the type of relationship you want to have with God? You only hit God up when you need something? That's tough. That's a user. That's a user. We have to really form an intimate relationship with him. You know, like King David, his praise, you got to have God's praise on your lips, always thanking God, always, you know, being joyful. What they say, what is it, Proverbs, put God first in everything that you do, right? I like to put passages on my basketball, on my shoe, on my skateboard, on my guitar. So every time that I touch this thing, I'm giving glory and honor to God. That's how we need to start living our lives, my sisters. Start putting him first. And stop listening to some of these people who really, if I'm being honest, haven't even read the book for real. Because if they did, they would be really telling y'all what's going on. Ezekiel, go read the book of Ezekiel. Go read the book of Jeremiah. Because Jeremiah talks about exactly how our women and our males act in society now. He talks about his people doing certain things. Whoring ourselves out. Sleeping with any and everybody because society told us it was cool. But once you leave the city and you go further out, some of these people ain't doing all of that stuff they telling us to do. Why are they telling us to do it? Because they know something you don't know. But you about to know it by the end of reading that book. Go read Luke chapter 3, verse 23 on down and figure out who you come from. Go figure out why they call Yeshua HaMashiach, thou son of David. Go figure out who King Solomon's father is. All of these things are in this book for a reason. Nothing is in this book by mistake. And anybody that tell you it's up for interpretation, they going to hell. It's not up for interpretation, because if it was up for interpretation, why would we even have a book to be able to be interpreted? Interpretation, i.e., you take it how you want to take it. Being interpreted, or I should say not interpreted, but being comprehended rather than interpreted, i.e., when you're reading a book, you comprehend it. It's not written in a foreign language to us. It's in English. So that means you have to apply yourself to no knowledge and no wisdom. If you don't understand something, you got a $1,300 smartphone in your hand. Many of you all. Google it. You Google everything else. Google the benefits of a celibate man, brothers. Retention, because we need it too. Y'all are out here looking for wives. God didn't tell you to look for a wife. And many people like to throw that scripture in our face. He who finds a wife finds a good thing. When did any of these men of God go look for a wife that I named? Did King David go look for a wife? No, he was given a wife by Saul, Micah. Did King Solomon go look for a wife? No. Did Moses go look for a wife? No. Did Jacob go look for a wife? No. He was doing stuff and stumbled across Leah and Rachel. Did Isaac go look for a wife? No. He was in the field and Rebecca showed up. Did Adam go look for a wife? No. But what did these men have in common? They were all doing what God called them to do, and a wife was put on their path. And she didn't even know that that's what she was on. She just popped up like, oh, what's this? Good. The skin shining and glistening. Like, he got a little anointing on him. You see the little drapes he got on him? And he like, hey, yo, what's up, Shawty? You know what I'm saying? I just rolled into town. You know what I'm saying? Type time. God was like, yeah, that's my boy. That's my boy. You see him. You see him. Hey, man. That's how it be. You don't go look for a wife. You go look for God. You don't go look for a husband. You go look for God. And God, every time you go to God, he going to say, sanctify yourself and make yourself clean unto me. Because many of us are covered in red and sin. But you can't ask God for a godly thing, but you're not willing to do the work to become godly. Don't we have to be conformed to the image of the Father which is in heaven? Yeshua HaMashiach tells us this. God is a pure vessel. So how do we purify a vessel? By fasting and prayer. By getting in the Word. And once you get in the Word, oh, trust me, he's going to expose a lot of these people who claim to be God-fearing, who claim to be pastors. You're going to be like, that's not in the book. And they're going to be like, oh, you must be one of them. I must be somebody who know. That's exactly what you must be one of them. That's what they're going to hit you with. You must be one of them. Somebody who actually read the book. That's what you mean. Oh, yeah, they don't like me. They don't not just, and this is a side note, they don't like me not just because I'm in the Word, but because the skills that I have, I'm not one to play with. And you can try to play with me. You can sit down and attempt it, but you'll soon find out I'm not that person at all. Ain't never been, probably I'll never be. You understand? So make sure that y'all are sanctifying yourselves, cleaning yourselves, sisters. Make sure that y'all are becoming mindful. Black women, y'all are wise. Y'all are beautiful. Y'all are intelligent. Black man, you are wise. You are handsome. I ain't gonna call no man beautiful, dog. You are handsome, right? You are sturdy. You are disciplined. You have self-control. You have wisdom. You are God-fearing. All of my people are God-fearing. We just have to start acting like it. We have to actually put that work in, as my brother would say, right? And he going to do some things in our lives. So hopefully this helped you all out. Peace.